Last time. Ah, there we go. Finally. Heck yeah. Elapsed time. Negative 1 second. That's so cool. To stop, use your encoder. Thank you, very cool. This means it's working. That is nice. That is very nice. Heck yeah. One watching. That is what I want. Can I advertise this now? I'm testing this guy because I want to see if you'll actually watch it. Can I pop this out? Is that something I can do? Oh, I just moved around. Okay. So I'm on this to see if it'll work. Not if it'll work. To freaking... I can't speak English. To read the Declaration of Independence. So, yeah, when the... Should I start? In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect of the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, the government are instituted among men, deriving that just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government shows destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles, and organizing its powers in such form, as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. Accordingly, all experience hath shewn that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government, and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object to establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained, and when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly, proposing with manly firmness his invitations on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such disillusions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose, obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of lands. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat their substance. Can I, make... Okay, it's not. Seeing if my mic was muted. That's on the Declaration of Independence, if you know that part. He has kept among us, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislators. I don't know. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving us assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefit of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries, so as to render at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases. Where was it just now? For us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burnt our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the works of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections amongst us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages whose known rule of warfare is an undistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every state of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress. In the most humble terms, our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may be defined a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our immigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and I can't speak English. Oh my god. Magnanimity, and we have conjured them to by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We therefore, the representatives of the United States of America and General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the restitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. So how long did that take? How long did that take? 10 minutes. Nice. That was a lot shorter than I thought it would be. That was way shorter than I thought it would be. The amendments? Hold up. The amendments? I didn't know those were a thing. Oh no! List of amendments to the United States Constitution. Also, yeah, I did it. My throat hurts, and also I feel bad because I probably butchered a lot of words because I don't speak English. There are 33 amendments. I see 27. Where's the other 6? Alright, I'll read these two, why not? Oh no, I got a DM on Discord? Should I read these? You better find it. Hang on. There. Boom, I changed the stream name. Guess I'm reading the amendments, too. I'll read the 27 ones since 33 don't exist, apparently. Okay. Alright. First, Amendment number 1 prohibits Congress from making any law respecting an establishment of religion, impeding the free exercise of religion, abridging the freedom of speech, infringing on the freedom of the press, interfering with the right to peaceably assemble, or prohibits the right to petition the government. Amendment number 2 protects the right to keep and bear arms. Amendment number 3 places restrictions on the quartering of soldiers in private homes. Amendment number 4 prohibits unreasonable searches and seizures and sets out requirements for search warrants based on probable cause. Amendment number 5 sets out rules for indictment by grand jury and eminent domain, protects the right to due process, and prohibits self-incrimination and double jeopardy. Amendment number 6 protects the rights to a fair and speedy public trial by jury, including the rights to be notified of the accusations, to confront the accuser, to obtain witnesses, and to retain counsel. Amendment number 7 provides for the right to trial by jury in certain civil cases according to common law. Amendment number 8 prohibits excessive fines and excessive bail, as well as cruel and unusual punishment. Amendment number 9 protects rights not enumerated in the Constitution. Amendment number 10 reinforces the principle of federalism by stating that the federal government processes only those powers delegated to it by the states or the people through the Constitution. Amendment number 11 makes states immune from suits from out-of-state citizens and foreigners not giving with the state borders, lays the foundation for sovereign immunity. Amendment number 12 revises presidential election procedures by having the president and vice president elected together, as opposed to the vice president being the runner-up in the presidential election. Amendment number 13 abolishes slavery and involuntary servitude except as punishment for a crime. Amendment number 14 defines citizenship, contains the privileges of immunities clause, the due process clause, the equal protection clause, and deals with post-Civil War issues. Amendment number 15 prohibits the denial of the right to vote based on race, color, or previous condition of servitude. Amendment number 16 permits Congress to levy an income tax without apportioning it among the various states or basing it on the United States Census. Amendment number 17 establishes the direct election of state senators by popular vote. Amendment number 18 prohibited the manufacturing of or sale of alcohol within the United States. Amendment number 19 prohibits the denial of the right to vote based on sex. Amendment number 20 changes the date on which the terms of the president and vice president and of members of Congress end and begin, to January 20 and January 3rd, respectively. Amendment number 21 repels the 18th Amendment and makes it a federal offense to transport or transport intoxicating liquors into U.S. states and territories where such transport or importation is prohibited by the laws of those states and territories. Amendment number 22 limits the number of times that a person can be elected president. A person cannot be elected president more than twice, and a person who has served more than 2 years of a term to which someone else was elected cannot be elected more than once. Amendment number 23 grants the District of Columbia electors, the number of electors being equal to the least popular state in the Electoral College. Amendment number 24 prohibits the revocation of voting rights due to the non-payment of a poll tax or any other tax. Amendment number 25 addresses succession to the presidency and establishes procedures both for filling it, a vacancy in the office, or the vice president, as well as responding to presidential disabilities. Amendment number 26 prohibits the denial of the right of U.S. citizens 18 years of age or older to vote on account of age. Amendment number 20 and Amendment number 27 delays laws affecting congressional salary from taking effect until after the next election of representatives. My throat hurts. Mostly because I just read the entire Declaration of Independence and the 27 Amendments. And I didn't even get a glass of water. Also, oh my god, this is why New Hampshire sucks. This is why New Hampshire sucks. Jesus Christ, dude. It follows every single amendment. What the frick? That's what... Where's California? There's my state. Oh wow, it doesn't even follow amendments 1 through 10. Or it does follow the rest of them, or 1 through 12. It does follow the rest of them though. Holy crap. Delaware. Delaware follows all of them too. But Delaware isn't as bad as New Hampshire. Ah, yes, history. Honestly, Delaware is a cool state, but freaking New Hampshire sucks. I don't know anyone who likes New Hampshire. If you like New Hampshire, there's something wrong with you. Y indicates that state ratified an amendment, indicates that state rejected it. Has the state rejected amendment? Oh shit. Utah, or no, that's Oklahoma. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Indicates that state did not complete action on amendment. Case that amendment was ratified before state joined the union. Y squared indicates that state ratified amendment later, and Y indicates that state ratified amendment after first rejecting it. New Hampshire, you literally suck, gamer. Wait, what's amendment number 16? Why did it reject it? Oh, okay. I guess that's it. I read the entire Declaration of Independence and the 27 amendments. Is there something else I have to do? Like, y'all want me to like read another like historian thing about the US? Fucking Dutch Canadian reads entire Declaration of Independence for views. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I'm scared now. This isn't gonna end well for me. And my voice is gonna get fucked after this, isn't it? I'm surprised my mom didn't come in here while I was like reading the Declaration of Independence. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing, Noah?" the lost 6. Yeah, I have amendments 28 through 33. Wait, what? It says there's only 27. Maybe that wiki's just dumb? Oh, it had been proposed. And I guess only 27 made it. I don't know. Unless, like, down here, the other... Why are these sideways? This isn't Japanese. Oh, child labor? The fuck? Why do some of these states... Arizona, what the fuck? California, what the fuck? Oh shit, someone's calling me. Don't care. Where's New Hampshire? Does New Hampshire allow for child labor? What the fuck? So it doesn't allow for the middle one, and also doesn't allow for the last one. What was the last one? District of Columbia voting rights. Okay, equal rights. It allows for that, but child labor, no. What does it say? Corn? Oh shit. That was probably someone I know. Congressional appointment and titles of nobility. Okay, buddy. I guess that's the end of the stream. I got nothing else to do. Was there anything else I want to actually do on this stream someday? No, not really. Bye, gamers. See you all in the next stream, I guess. Bye.